B-Eazy Dat Dude. B-Eazy Dat Dude. Yeah, they know the name. Stacking up the paper, but having money ain't a thing. Standing on business, burning hotter than a flame. From the block to the ballroom, you gotta stand the rain. B-Eazy Dat Dude. Yeah, they know the name. Stacking up the paper, but having money ain't a thing. Standing on business, burning hotter than a flame. From the block to the ballroom, you gotta stand the rain. Big block engine with 26 inches on the chrome I ride. Started at the bottom, soared to the top and still on the ride. Air handshake solid, see the deal airtight. He gave you the blueprint to grind and get your hustle right. Money in the vision, it was dirty but he washed it clean. Turned a dollar to a dream, now he living like a king. From the late nights grinding to the early bird moves. Ask around the city, he really that dude. He love how he talk it cause he walk it too. Every step calculated, everything come through. From the hood by the views, yeah the rooftop views. He the bridge between the struggle and the good life view. Never fold under pressure, shine like a diamond in the sun. Every loss was a lesson, every win is hard won. Now the crowd chant his name when he steps in the room. B-Eazy Dat Dude, yeah you know he's the truth. B-Eazy Dat Dude, yeah they know the name. Stacking up the paper but having money ain't a thing. Standing on business, burning hotter than a flame. From the block to the ballroom, you gotta stand the rain. B-Eazy Dat Dude, yeah they know the name. Stacking up the paper but having money ain't a thing. Standing on business, burning hotter than a flame. From the block to the ballroom, you gotta stand the rain.
Up, turn your radios up. Y'all know what this is. Y'all know who this is. B-Eazy Dat Dude, an impromptu stream back with another one. This one is gonna be controversial. It's gonna be a banger, but it's gonna be a doozy. Look, I don't like to keep y'all waiting. So before we get this thing started, you know, I gotta hit you.
If you know the song, sing along. Yeah, you're right.
私も地元民。と言っても、実は世代です。もう友達できたの？うん。
Look, this promethazine got me leaning like a cholo in the club. I'm 20 deep. I don't be riding solo. Pull some bad bitches, they vanilla and cocoa. They wanna take some photos when we kick it out in Soho. Chicks is showing tits and popping pussy for my promo. Told them like juvenile, baby, move it for me slow mo. Then I'm right back to the block, cause I keep getting modo. I be flipping, not shrinking. I don't give a fuck about no This nigga name ain't D-Lo, but pimpin' these bitches and stacking this ring forever be my stilo. This is B-Eazy Dat Dude. In the trap making pass smooth. If I ever go broke, then I'm about to pull a jack move. Since a nigga healthy, I don't even gotta worry. With my bitch from Fiji, eating tandoori and chicken curry. That ism is really eerie. My pimp game international. I design my own clothes, so I be always looking fashionable. Here's a couple facts about me that y'all didn't know. Some of y'all be getting bread, but I be getting bigger, dog. I got bigger guns and a whole lot of better.
And we are activated. And I've already been joined by some illustrious guests, none other Oh, snap. JB Quinn in the building. Hey, JB Quinn, you need to send me your channel so I can subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel and I'm going to give you a mod stick. I was looking for you in the chat, but I couldn't find your channel. So I am going to give you a mod ridge and none other than Tut Knees, FBA all day in the building. And of course, I would be remiss without shouting out the illustrious, the prestigious, the captivating Miss Jackie Gaines. So salute to y'all. We gonna get right into it. Y'all seen the title, y'all seen the thumbnail. Let me just give y'all a quick overview of what has happened. There is this bigoted buffoon. He goes by the name of Jake Lang. He is a white Christian Jewish person. So there was a protest, the March Against Minnesota Fraud on January 17th, 2026. He organized a demonstration near the Minneapolis City Hall. The rally was in support of immigration and customs ICE enforcement, which is ICE. That's the acronym. So he opposed investigations into the alleged frauds of Minnesota, the Somali community. So, and I'm just giving y'all the background before I play the videos. So Lang, who was known as a far right activist, he's a woke right wacko. He hates black people, he hates trans people, and the plot will thicken when it comes to that. So he also was involved in the January 6th riot. He was locked up and Trump pardoned him. He actually committed violent acts against the police. So all of the people that are against the defund the police and they believe back the blue no matter who, Jake Lang was responsible for actually assaulting a cop, not with his hands, with a bat, a violent weapon. So as the rally began, the tensions escalated. The counter protesters were saying ICE out now. They were saying F the Nazis. And Jake was over there inciting them, pushing more pro-Nazi rhetoric, more white supremacist rhetoric. So I'm going to play a couple videos and that's just the overview of it. So now let's get into it. And let me know if you guys have any issues hearing this video. Let's commence.
A
few inches later. A few moments later.
So at this point, there's some music playing, and I don't want to get a copyright for that music.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And there is going to be a point where someone, hold on, right there. Let me see if I could kind of fast forward that a little bit. If you can see right there, there is a W person that's punching another W person. I had to pause it and I'm going to try to slightly fast forward it because I don't want to promote violence or show violence on the stream and they try to get me banned. But this is the aftermath of that. Or hold on, let me try to rewind it back like this and do... hold on, give me 1 second. I'll do it like this. So as he's about to strike the dude, I will put up a overlay so you won't see the violence, the white on white violence. All right. Still got to mute it. That music is playing. I don't know who. Okay.
Let's go. Let him go, y'all.
He's walking right now. There's a dude that's defending the arrow, and right about now, he's probably gonna punch him, and then
Fuck you,
12 seconds later.
So now, right now, they seen him trying to run away. People was beating the brakes off him, but it wasn't no black dudes that was punching him. This dude rails against black people. He hates black people. He's always saying that they're, taking over our country, and that, he pushes a lot of the white ethno-nationalist rhetoric. And guess who saved him? It was a bunch of white people just beating the brakes out of him. No mercy, no regard for human life. And here comes the black dude with the cape, Captain Save a Negro, or Captain Save a Caucasoid. He came through and then he saves them. This dude hates trans people. And the car that he ran and jumped into, this red car, there's one, I don't know if it's one or two, I think it's one or two trans people in there. So he hates black people. The black people saved him while white people were beating the brakes off of him. He hates trans people. He runs and hops in a trans person's car, and there's still people, an angry mob, trying to beat the brakes off of him. Let's commence. We'll get into the video.
Is that him? Is that him? Yes! Open the door! Oh my God. Drive. Oh my God. Just drive. Stop! Wait, let them go! Let them go! Hey, pull over. Pull over. Hey, leave it. Get out of here. Leave it up. Get out of here. No. Y'all just let him leave. It's not worth it. Hey! We don't know him. Stop it. Let him out. Let him out.
I present to you Exhibit B, the Captain Save a Negro. Over here, look, all you see is a bunch of W people. You don't see a lot of black faces. The one black face you do see is coming to his rescue. And mind you, this dude hates black people. He believed that we're low IQ, sub-Saharan monkey niggers. That's what he thinks of us. This is Jake Lang. And guess who's coming to the rescue? The people that he sees as low IQ and that are a bane to society. Okay. And now y'all see him walking through the city, bloody, beaten, battered, broken. But it was white on white crime. And who does he blame for this? White people beat the crap out of him. But guess who he blames? Guess. Yeah, you would be right. Black people.
Is that him? Yes! Open the door! Oh my God. Drive. Oh my God. Just drive. Stop! Wait, let them go! Let them go! Hey, pull over. Hey, leave it. Get out of here. Leave it up. Get out of here. No. Y'all just let him leave. It's not worth it. Hey! We don't know him. Stop it. Let him out.
Okay, TikTok. We're gonna make. Oh, wait. Can you turn the heat down really fast?
Okay, so now this is the aftermath. I showed y'all the context. I gave y'all a brief overview. I showed you the clips of that won't get me banned and kicked off of YouTube. But now these are the trans people who Jake Lang, mind you, he hates black people and he hates trans people. But it was a black dude who single-handedly saved him and guided him to safety. The white people was like, dude, we don't give a flying flip if you Caucasian. We gonna beat the brakes off you and we gonna keep beating the brakes off you. It's like when somebody already on the ground and they just stomping them him out. That's what they want to do. They want to pull him out of the car. But guess who came to the rescue? One of the hated groups of Jake, the trans community. So they're going to give their perspective of what happened. So let's get into the video. And after this, I'll play a video of who Jake blames for all of this stuff.
Okay, hopefully this works and it like doesn't cut up again. So, my name is Day. This is my friend Aaliyah.
Hello.
This feels so weird to do this really
like
fast.
that would be ugly.
Yeah, so let me give y'all the rundown on what just happened to us in case we do go like viral or whatever the case is. We were driving, we're on our way to Tom's Watch Bar, right? We want to have some cocktails, little girl day, whatever. We see this crowd of protesters outside of a hotel, and obviously we are anti-ICE. Like what the fuck is all this shit that's going on is such bullshit. I'm low-key scared for our country, and it sucks that it's starting in Minnesota, but like I do not support that. They're bullying, they are bad people, they're ripping apart families. Don't fuck with it. This guy, still don't even know his full name. Jake is all I know. And apparently
he's a horrible freaking person.
The horrible people that apparently I'm sure a lot of you guys do know about, but I had never heard of him. We see him run up to our car and he's like, "Can I please get in? Can I please get in? Like they hurt me so bad." Da 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 da. That's all the context we have. So
when he ran up and said they hurt him so bad, it wasn't the black people. He hates black people, and he said he fears for his life. When around the blacks, never relax. But then when he was around the whites, they took flight. And guess who he ran to? Trans people. I know I said I hated you, but could you please help me? How pathetic could you be?
It's like, oh my god, like was he just attacked by ICE? Like
we thought ICE was after him, so we're like, okay, whatever, like hop in the freaking car real quick. And then all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of people coming here and storming us and like beating up the car, ruining the car, pulling this dude out. Like what is going on?
Surrounding the car from every single angle. And yeah, we had no idea what we was getting ourselves into. It's just like we saw an injured man, so like obviously we're gonna help because we're not bad people. What? And I don't know him. And so yeah, anyways, he gets in our car, like yeah, surrounded us. They broke our tail light, was banging on the car, whatnot. They tried to rip him out the door, like they was like opening the door and shit. Wild.
And y'all saw the video. That wasn't staged. They was trying to rip him out. They was trying to kick at him. They were foaming at the mouth. They wanted to continue. They already beat the brakes off him. You seen him bloody, battered, bruised, and broken. And I'm not advocating for this level of violence. You can protest without violence, but this is what the type of things that Jake likes to incite. This is FAFO. He fooled around and he found out. I mean, they say you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. He won a pretty stupid prize. Congratulations, Jake.
And so we do drive because like we're not gonna like literally the longer we sat there, the longer he fought them off and the more damage was happening to Aaliyah's car. So we had to leave with him in the car. Like there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Don't fuck with him.
I was leaving.
Yeah. But also we can't just like, you know, like what else are we supposed to do? He's not gonna like let us kick him out the car. He's not gonna get out. So like that was our only option at that point.
So we literally just go around the block, and I'm like, you know what? Like, you need to get out.
Yeah, we're still in the same spot.
What is going on? Like, whose side are you on right now? Because, like, this is not okay. And I'm just getting super weird, bad vibe from this dude. And he's just like, oh, Trump something me. I gotta owe him back. And I'm just like,
yeah, he was
I don't care what Trump did for you. Like, ICE is fucking shit. Like, who are you?
So he's saying Trump pardoned him, so he owes Trump because this dude went to the Capitol and he attacked officers. There's footage of him swinging at an officer with a bat and smacking them. Now, y'all have seen many unarmed black people get deleted by the cops unarmed. Here this dude is swinging a bat at the Capitol Police, and yeah, he had to do some times, and then they painted him out as a victim. They say you do the crime, you do the time. Instead, he did the crime and then got a pardon from Trump. So now he owes it to going out to being a MAGA maniac. But this the whole thing. A lot of the MAGA people, they love to say, look, it wasn't white people who did that. It's the Jews. But then they'll support this dude, Jake Lang, a white Christian Jewish person who bends the knee and bootlicks for Israel. But as long as he's saying anti-black stuff, then suddenly they support this dude. Like I said, pathetic.
You. Like, who are you? And then I find out who he is. I'm like, I don't care if your Uber's here. You're not gonna wait in my fucking car. You need to get out right now.
As fuck. Like, we was not fucking having it.
Like, this is not okay. I do not support you. Like, speak your mind, whatever. But like, I do not support what this is all about. Like, this is not.
And of course, I would be remiss without shouting out the supporters who came through to show love. Of course, we got A-Tay-Bay, Tay-Bay-Bay, A-Tay-Bay in building. So yeah, she's supporting both lives. I appreciate that. And of course, we got the Florida family, sunlight from the Sunshine State, shining brighter than a diamond in building. So who else we got here? Already shouted you out, but the hardest working mod in YouTube is none other than Vibrant Law in the building. And yeah, we gonna get right back into that video.
Okay, like, you need to leave and you need to give me your contact information because you're paying for this fucking shit. Like, you're annoying. Like, I actually don't like you.
No, literally.
So
fuck, it was like the most wild, like holy shit, my day just took like a 180 so fast. Like,
all of a sudden we're seeing protesters, all of a sudden we're a part of it.
Like,
cameras all up in the face.
Wish I could.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
Also, it looks like we got Ronnie Q, what it do in the building. Oops, my bad. I think I kind of fast forwarded that.
Drive because like we're not gonna, like, literally the longer we sat there, the longer he fought them off and the more damage was happening to Aaliyah's car. So we had to leave with him in the car. Like, there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Don't fuck with him.
I was leaving.
Yeah, but also we can't just, like, you know, like, what else are we supposed to do? He's not gonna, like, let us kick him out the car. He's not gonna get out. So like, that was our only option at that point.
So we literally just go around the block and I'm like, you know what, like, you need to get out.
Yeah, we're still in the same spot.
What is going on? Like, whose side are you on right now? Because, like, this is not okay. And I'm just getting super weird, bad vibe from this dude. And he's just like, oh, Trump something me. I gotta owe him back. And I'm just like,
yeah, he was
I don't care what Trump did for you. Like, ICE is fucking shit. Like, who are you? Like, who are you? And then I find out who he is. I'm like, I don't care if your Uber's here. You're not gonna wait in my fucking car. You need to get out right now.
As fuck. Like, we was not fucking having it.
Like, this is not okay. I do not support you. Like, speak your mind, whatever. But like, I do not support what this is all about. Like, this is not okay. Like, you need to leave and you need to give me your contact information because you're paying for this fucking shit. Like, you're annoying. Like, I actually don't like you.
No, literally.
So
fuck, it was like the most wild, like holy shit, my day just took like a 180 so fast. Like,
all of a sudden we're seeing protesters, all of a sudden we're a part of it.
Like,
cameras all up in the face.
Wish I could.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Just like
so
that.
Anyways, if you happen to see our faces at all, because I literally, it felt like paparazzi was everywhere fucking snapping pics. If you happen to see us, please know that we do not support this man fucking ever.
ICE needs to leave literally the whole country. I don't care about whatever they have going on. It's a whole vendetta and they just need to fucking leave. Like, it's just not okay, and people all have rights and nobody should be ripped away from their home. I don't care what is going on. People should not be treated like this. Like, we're protesting for things that are good, and there's all these people just putting up such a fight for what? Because we want equality and we want peace and we want to feel safe where we're at. Like, is that too much to ask? Obviously it is, because every day we're getting thousands of new people coming here, you know, and just causing so much destruction and so much just like unrestlessness, or I don't know, but it's just not okay. And Was not expecting that to happen. We thought we were helping someone who was protesting against ICE, and that didn't turn out to be the case. And now we're here.
And now we're just here.
It's someone who literally is so prevalent or something.
So, damn, my bad. It keeps clicking back. So basically, they thought they were helping somebody that was pro-ICE. They realized that this dude hated black people, hated trans people, and hated immigrants. And then they was like, oh, well, that's why they trying to beat the brakes off you. Bro, you got to get up out the car. They thought they were being heroes and, you know, saving the day. Like, damn, look what this angry, vicious mob is doing to them. And then when they pulled over, they swerved. They swerved around the corner and was like, hey, hold on, bruh. Who do you really rock with? Who is you, bruh? Who are you? And then he starts saying, oh yeah, I'm a MAGA maniac. I kind of bend over and buck break myself for Trump. And then when they were saying, oh, you the ops, bruh, you got to hop out. So after that, I don't know what happened, but yeah, they saved him. That mob seemed like they was willing to tear this dude from limb to limb, and maybe, who knows, they was gonna buck break him in the public square. But I'm not promoting the violence. I'm just saying this is what FAFO, this is the epitome of it.
Was not expecting that to happen. We thought we were helping someone who was protesting against ICE, and that didn't turn out to be the case. And now we're here.
And now we're just here.
It's someone who literally is so prevalent or something. What?
Where was his limo? If everyone knows him and he travels the country, where's your you ain't got people with you? Why was he literally by himself?
And no, that's a fair question to ask. Dude is always trying to act like he's a big dude, like he has all of this pull. You look at his Twitter, he has I think at least 100,000 subs, but are those all bots? So he pulled up there. I think he said it was probably, I'll play the video and he'll say how many people it is there, but he's trying to call out some of the other white people, why didn't you guys have my back? Bruh, you are a white Christian Jew, and when they over here are pushing the America first, they don't even see you as white. So he's trying to crash out and go overboard to act like he's defending the virtues of whiteness. But when you talk to the hardcore Mayflower heritage Americans, they're like, bro, you're part of the J community. You ain't one of us. They start playing Kendrick Lamar like you're a J. You ain't a W. So let's finish up this video. This gives you the context of the video I'll break down of Jake Lang whining like a moist, effeminate hoe.
What? I don't even.
Stupid.
What is the thought process there?
Because he's stupid and he likes attention and he thinks it's cool.
As fuck. He's so cool. Lucky we stopped for him. He's so lucky we did not know who he was because, I'm sorry, but you're for the streets. We're letting the wolves have you next time.
We'll look from in here and watch you get beat up and then go along our way and not be a part of this.
Yes, what? And yeah, I'm sorry this video is so long, but we had to put that out there for sure because I'm not trying to get caught up in no fucking
we already are.
We did already get caught up, but I don't want no opinions made. I want to set this shit straight before shit goes to public. Yeah, that's the deal. That's the rundown. We're gonna go
give
have
you guys his name, his number, his contact information. Go flood him up.
Oh damn, they willing to dox Jake Lang. I'm not into the whole doxing thing, but Jake Lang, like I said, when you play stupid games, you will win stupid prizes.
We literally have
who are you?
We'll wait until after he pays for the car, and then we'll give you guys the info.
Everyone jacks our slang, and what happens is they try to say that we have no culture, and you don't know who you are. You don't have no language, and then we create our own language in terms, with slang, which is variations of the English language. They ridicule it, and now people use it all the time. They say ain't a word, but they use it all the time. It's all sorts of words that people say you shouldn't use, but when we speak in our particular vernacular, Black American vernacular English, you understand it. You get annoyed because you don't want to hear it, but you use it. Crashing out. bruh, that's some FBA stuff. I hear the W community, they'll say spurging out. Like, I don't say that, but salute to them for saying that. We'll say, bro, you feel me? Bro got, you know, swag, which I'm not saying swag, it comes from swagger. That's not our word, but we make swag a thing, but we really don't gotta even say something. We'll say, man, that's fly, that's dope, bruh. Where I'm from, I'll say, bro, that's peasy. You feel me? So we'll come up with all sorts of different words that people won't like, and then it gets popularized, and then it becomes, well, that's not a black word, that's American. So they knock it, but they adopt it. First they knock it, then they adopt it. You heard it here first.
Because yeah, that shit's fucked. That shit is fucked. Okay, I'm ready for a cocktail. Okay.
Have a good day.
Yeah. Bye, guys. Is it gonna stop?
Okay, so now y'all got the context of that video, and now we're gonna get into this video of Jake Lang, who this dude is irrelevant. The reason why him individually is irrelevant, but the ideology is not, because he is pushing this on impressionable young minds, and people are amplifying this voice to make someone who is irrelevant appear not so irrelevant, as if this person is a thought leader, you know? So just give me one moment, and I'm gonna pull this video up. And appreciate y'all. Have some housekeeping on the way in. Like, share, subscribe. It won't cost you a fee. The likes are free. Hit the notification bell. Many of my streams are impromptu. I will have a stream later this evening. So with this stream, I won't be here for a long time, but it will be a strong time. It's going to be going on about 5 p.m. ish. I'll say ish. Pacific time. So, you know, that one will definitely be a banger and a doozy. So let's get into this video.
Father here. Yeah. This guy right here, he's one of my.
So this is Jake Lang. He went on to InfoWars. Alex Jones, another anti-black bigot who will occasionally say something and say, oh, look, Alex Jones was right about this conspiracy. And then he lied about countless things, but somehow you're supposed to overlook his lying because he was right about an occasional theory that any Joe Schmo could have figured out, right? He's supposed to be an inside guy having all of this knowledge, and he will reveal something that you can just figure out by just, oh yeah, I mean, that was pretty obvious. So here we have Jake Lang. Y'all seen a bunch of W people smacking him up, treating him like the moist little hoe that he is. And guess who he blames for that, right? White people slap him, but it's the blacks. White people stomp him out. It's the niggas. White people economically disadvantage him. It was George Floyd. George Floyd ain't here. It was BLM. So every time someone attacks him, guess who he blames? Shocker. And before we get into it, we've been joined by an illustrious guest, Big Rig Slaps, in the building. Let's get into this and break it down. Mind you, we're dealing with two anti-black bigots here. Jake Lang is a anti-black white Christian Jewish bigot. So this is for clarity and specificity. So I know people say the Jays are not white. Why isn't Alex Jones calling them out about that? Why are they not delineating? They'll say Heritage American, but they'll say Elon Musk is white, and Elon Musk said that Jews are peak white. So which one is it? So yeah, there's no box on the census that says Jewish. Let's commence.
Volunteers, one of my Patriot brothers, he came with his family and he was lynched in front of his family. He got lacerated, huge laceration. He's been messaging me all down his ear from some type of sharpened wooden pole. And, you know, he was almost murdered. He showed up like 10, 15 minutes late. He couldn't find me. He didn't even make it out of the parking garage before they identified him as a patriot, a white Christian man, and they lynched him for being a white Christian man. Let's not dice this thing up. We are under attack.
He's saying some white man got lynched just because some other white people beat him up, right? He won't call Emmett Till a lynching. He won't call Jordan Neely getting choked out on the subway because he allegedly made threats, right? He didn't attack anybody. He was just a skinny, frail, drugged out black dude who allegedly made threats, and he got choked out. They didn't call that a lynching, but somehow these people spewing anti-black, anti-immigrant, pro-Nazi rhetoric, they get smacked up by their own people, and suddenly he calls that a lynching. Like I said, how pathetic could you be?
Our way of life is being absolutely destroyed. We are being replaced in our homelands. And now if we go out and even mention our displeasure.
So now here he goes with the great replacement theory. I say there's a great replacement strategy. It's not a theory, and that's totally different than what he's pushing. But let's just go with what he's saying. The great replacement. Whites are being replaced. Okay, who is replacing them, right? You said that the low IQ blacks don't have any power. So who does have the power to replace them? And then they have to look in the mirror and say that it's his own community. They always say that we conquered this land. So that means that you have the most power, the wealth, the resources, and influence. So you want to beat your chest for that and say, here, we're in charge of this. So if you're in charge, that means you would take the blame. If the quarterback is in charge of the team and the team loses, it's like, don't blame the quarterback, but you said you were in charge. All the glory goes to you, but then also all the failure goes to you. We can't say, oh, this is a winning quarterback when he wins, but then when he loses, oh, it was just because of the rest of the team. Nah, you sink with the ship. So yeah, you guys are saying that this is a white Christian nation. So if it's failing right now, that's because of white Christians, right?
With our displacement, crowds of self-hating white people and illegal immigrants will attack you for being white or Christian. Let's talk about what was wrong with yesterday. Let's talk about the two main things that were wrong with yesterday. The Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers, the 3%ers, the Boogaloo Boys, the American Patriots watched a white Christian conservative get lynched, and nobody was there to stand up for me. The police were also gone. And so where...
No, seriously, does this sound like masculine energy or victim talk? No one stood up for me. That hold your own nuts, bro. Why you ain't stand up for yourself? He went out there seemingly looking like he has some tactical gear, and then look at on this video, he's in the corner looking like a moist little maniac. Bro, why didn't you hold your own nuts and stand up for yourself? Now here he is in the comfort and the safety of some isolated room. And he's like, where were the people to stand up for me? Bro, stand up for yourself, you moist hoe maniac. Actually, he's a ham, a hoe ass maniac. So let's rewind that back. This is utterly pathetic. This is supposed to be the high IQ warrior class. Okay. And then you're saying China is our greatest enemy. Yeah, you're not gonna see no young Chinese warriors acting and whining like this.
Things that were wrong with yesterday. The Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers, the 3%ers, the Boogaloo Boys, the American Patriots watched a white Christian conservative get lynched, and nobody was there to stand up for me. The police were also gone. And so where are our brave American patriots that are willing to stand up against mobs of Antifa, leftists, and illegal immigrants that are literally
So you went
lynching?
out there.
I'm disgusted.
Hold on. You went out there. I want you to make your point. So I don't want to like put words in your mouth, but you're saying you went out there to exercise your free speech, show how these guys are bad, and you thought you'd have more support.
I thought that I would have a contingency of patriots. People said they were coming, and they did come. But the thing was, they had 3,000, 4,000 people. we had 50 to 100 people, strewn out around a huge.
So, like I said, the anti-ICE people, they showed up, they organized, they stood on business. He comes out there with 50 to 100 people. They got 3,000 to 4,000 people, and he's like, "Where was my backup, bruh? You're an irrelevant twerp, a doofus and a dweeb. Nobody wants to come out and ride for you." And see, Alex Jones ain't gonna call him out, but the true heritage Americans, the true MAGA maniacs, they see this dude as a op. They see him as a J infiltrator. Like, bro, you ain't a real W like us. You're part of the J community. As much as this dude said that, we need to protect whiteness, they like, yeah, but like, are you really white? This is what the heritage ones are saying, the heritage hooligans.
Crowd, and these people individually start picking off my people, and then all of a sudden everybody gets separated. It's every man for themselves, and it's disgusting. And we had a complete stand down order.
Now let's go ahead and bring Jake Lang on, who I remember is a political prisoner of J6, also goes out to these Islamic events and really exposes.
And here Alex Jones again. I don't know how anyone takes Alex Jones seriously. He's been caught lying and lying over and over. If you say one lie, you'll be cemented as a liar. He tells multiple lies, and then they'll say, but he told the truth about this. And then he told 4 truths and 20 lies. So, I mean, which one should I be believing in? So now here he is. He says systemic racism, white supremacy, mass incarceration against the black community. Stop complaining. Stop begging. But this dude who did a riot, some would call an insurrection, and physically assaulted. He just didn't assault the officer with his hands. He assaulted an officer, which, hey, if somebody is swinging a bat with a lot of force, that's a deadly weapon. So he assaulted an officer with a deadly weapon, and Alex Jones calls him a political prisoner. How pathetic is Alex Jones? How contradictory is he? Are we a nation of laws or not? Is it that you do the crime, you do the time, or not? You do the crime, but if you agree with me politically, then you're a political prisoner? Make it make sense, but you can't, because it doesn't.
Them has a lot of courage. He went there yesterday with very limited crew and security. Got surrounded by thousands of people that drug him through a crowd, and stabbed him, attacked him, you name it. At Jake Lang on X, and I guess he's at the airport. He just got off an airplane. Just to give your take on where America is, where we are, the incredible footage of chasing down people that wearing American flags.
They want us to see him as a victim because he went into hostile territories and apparently he was beaten, broken, stabbed, bruised, whatever. I mean, come on now. It is what it is. People die every day, B. People get stabbed every day, B. People get beat up and stomped out every day, B. Why should we care about this moist maniac?
Randomly beating up IT workers just because they were white. Just howling communists. It's happening all over the country. Where you.
This is the other thing, too. They like to spout out anti-immigrant, mainly anti-black talking points, pro-Nazi rhetoric. Then when people challenge their rhetoric and step to them based on their ideology, right, they'll call black people a nigger and all sorts of racist, bigoted stuff. You're a monkey, a sub-Saharan, low IQ, right? And then when someone challenges them aggressively, physically, and occasionally some choose to resort to violence, which I'm not condoning, and they choose to beat the brakes off him. They beat the brakes off of him because of what he did and what he said. And then he whines and says, they're attacking me because I'm white. No, they're attacking you because you're a woke weirdo and a wacko. That's why they attacked you. You being white had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? If it was a black dude spewing pro-Nazi rhetoric, people would step to him and challenge them as well. You're not going to get DEI affirmative action exemption based on your skin, right? Y'all say don't judge him by the color of his skin, by the content of his character. They judged the content of your character and saw that it was morally insufficient. That's why they judged you, and that's why they battered and bruised you, which, hey, sorry that that happened to you, but that's the epitome of FAFO.
See this going, what it was like, what we didn't see on the video, because I've been watching hours of it. It's incredible, where you're like in this mosh pit being drugged and attacked. And when I saw them drag you off the wall there and suck you into that crowd, like being sucked into a riptide, I didn't know you were going to come back alive on the other side. Then finding the vehicle you were in, attacking it. This is some harrowing stuff here. What do you think President Trump needs to do? Jake Lang, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Alex. Glory to God, the highest creator, my Father in heaven, and my absolute Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, from delivering me from the mouths of those lions that were trying to tear me limb from limb and kill.
This is what I call bloviating biblical blather. Anytime people start what they have to say off Bible thumping, you already know it's going to be BS. Every person that you know that is always going around Bible thumping, do they live to the scripture, to the letter of the law as much that they ask? This dude is act like Jesus Christ is his Lord and Savior. If Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior, aren't we all God's children? So why are you calling God's children niggers then, right? You hate us, right? If we're so low IQ, isn't that God's fault? All of this is God's plan, right? So why aren't you blaming God if we allegedly have a low IQ? Instead, you're blaming us, but we're God's creation, right? So all of this stuff that they say and all of the Bible thumping, while they act like, oh, we're just all trying to make it a white Christian nation. And this dude is Jewish, by the way, you know, so how serious could we really take what he's saying? All right, let's get back into it.
Thanks, Alex. Glory to God, the highest creator, my Father in heaven, and my absolute Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, from delivering me from the mouths of those lions that were trying to tear me limb from limb and kill me, because I am a white Christian American man, and I am proud of being a white Christian American man. And these people, these rabid liberal leftists.
Why didn't he mention that he's Jewish, though? You see, he's trying to galvanize the white Christian men. But yeah, why don't you tell them that you're Jewish, right? He's trying to be like the replacement Charlie Kirk, but Charlie Kirk wasn't Jewish, even though he did bend the knee to the Zionist lobby, you know. And then when he did start to push back on him, suddenly some mysterious white dude assassinates him as he was about to rail against black people and talk about black gang violence. Even though the question was about trans people, some white person who allegedly loved trans people shot him. And this dude, just like Charlie Kirk, hated trans people. And it was trans people who saved him from what he calls a rabid mob. It also was a black dude, while he was in the corner whining like a little hoe. Someone help me. Save me. He was whining like a little biatch. It was a brother, man, who came over there and saved him. But does he give him any credit for that? Let's see.
And these absolute lunatic illegal immigrant invaders, all of them swarmed on me in the hundreds. I mean, there was literally thousands of people attacking me. And I walked out of there on my own 2 feet, because God's hand is on me and God's hand is on our country, Alex. And I will never forsake my calling to be an American patriot and stand up against any evil, even if I'm outnumbered 5,000 to 1.
Who's the black fella that I saw really trying to protect you and helping you get out of there? That guy's a hero too.
Yeah, there were some great good Samaritans that you literally just saw the humanity of the situation, seeing that I was about to be lynched, and they put their lives on the line, and I'm so grateful for them. Many of them were black, some of them were even Muslim, and it shows, you know, obviously this underlying human compassion, because I believe at the end of the day, people know that my message is not one of hate, that I have love for my country, I have love for you.
So he said many of them were black, which means most of them were black, and some were Muslim. There's no race called Muslim. So especially, there's a lot of black Muslims. So let's just say it was non-white people. He didn't say a white person saved him. All white people attacked him. It wasn't black people who attacked him. It was black people who saved him. Right. And he hates black people. And you'll see that in this video. But it's ironic though. He didn't say that any white people saved him, but it was the white people that was smacking him up around. They was treating this dude like a pinata.
Who's the black fella that I saw really trying to protect you and helping you get out of there? That guy's a hero too.
Yeah, there were some great good Samaritans that you literally just saw the humanity of the situation, seeing that I was about to be lynched, and they put their lives on the line, and I'm so grateful for them. Many of them were black, some of them were even Muslim, and it shows, obviously this underlying human compassion, because I believe at the end of the day, people know that my message is not one of hate, that I have love for my country, I have love for Europe, I have love for the white countries of the world, and I don't want to see them disappear. And I would be the first one out there. Let's say if Jamaica was being replaced with Koreans or something, there were hundreds of thousands and millions of Koreans moving into Jamaica and changing the culture, the religion, the cuisine, the style of dress, everything that makes a culture and a people of people. I'd be out there with the Jamaicans, standing with them and saying, get out of here.
But he's Jewish. I just did a video about the Hasidic Jewish people that have taken over a whole specific neighborhood and city, and they're changing the culture and changing the cuisine, but no one cares because it's Hasidic Jews, and if you challenge them, you'll be anti-Semitic. So he doesn't care if his community goes to other people's cities and cultures, gentrifies it, ethnically cleanses it, takes it over, and changes it into what their culture is. But when he perceives that, oh, there's a threat on this nebulous virtue of whiteness, which he can't even define. And mind you, like I said, the Mayflower Heritage Americans, they don't consider this dude white. This dude is a tether. He's tethering on to a wasp lineage, bro. You're not a wasp. So the fact that Alex Jones is just letting this go on shows you how compromised he is. You know what I mean? Because when someone says, okay, Jewish people are white, they try to push and say, no, they're not white, they're Jewish. Here, this dude is talking all this white nationalist talk. And Alex Jones, wouldn't it be simple for him to clarify, like, bro, aren't you Jewish? And find out what the differences are between what he believes as a white Jewish person and a white Christian person, And then sometimes they say, oh, I'm Judeo-Christian. Okay, what does that mean? What is the difference between Judeo-Christian and what, Latter-day Saints or Jehovah's Witness or Pentecostal Baptist? What is the difference? Wouldn't these be questions that people want to know? Instead, it's framed around all sorts of nebulous and petty talk that you don't really get any answers.
The left openly saying you're rid of white people, so that makes it all fair game. And I love everybody, but I've seen your message. I mean, I get your point there. Let me ask you this. I'm not criticizing you, but Stuart Rhodes brought it up earlier. What were you thinking only going in there with 5 or 6 security or maybe less? I mean, you knew they wanted to kill you. No one say you don't have courage, but man, do you have a death wish? Are you evil Knievel?
No, I had maybe about 100 RSVPs online. People were DMing me in my inbox. They were going to be there. The crowd got separated. We were overwhelmed, and I'm independent. I came out of prison a year ago, just scraping by. I can't afford to hire security. My Give Send Go is at like 10 grand right now for being able to get security in the future. But security costs just as well as I do, Alex. That's like, a single day, a couple hours with some of these guys there. And, let's talk about what was wrong with yesterday. Let's talk about the 2 main things that were wrong with yesterday. The Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers, the 3%ers, the Boogaloo Boys, the American Patriots watched a white Christian conservative get lynched, and nobody was there to stand up for me. The police were also gone. And so where are our brave American patriots that are willing to stand up against mobs of Antifa, leftists, and illegal immigrants that are literally
So you went
lynching?
out there.
I'm disgusted.
Hold on. You went out there. I want you to make your point. So I don't want to put words about, but you're saying you went out there to exercise your free speech, show how these guys are bad, and you thought you'd have more support.
I thought that I would have a contingency of patriots. People said they were coming, and they did come. But the thing was, they had 3,000, 4,000 people. We had 50 to 100 people, strewn out around a huge crowd. And these people individually.
Bruh, it's because you're irrelevant. Who fault is that? He went out there with a mob of thousands with not even 100 people, and now he's whining that he got the brakes beat off of him by people that look exactly like him. Stop being a little hoe. Hold your own nuts.
Start picking off my people, and then all of a sudden everybody gets separated. It's every man for themselves, and it's disgusting. And we had a complete stand down order from the Minnesota police the Minneapolis
Well, I definitely want to turn
Department.
this back. This isn't about you making a mistake. Anybody saying that's wrong. This is about the left being anti-free speech, total scumbags, randomly, not just in Minnesota, but all over the country, Ohio, you name it.
So now here comes the partisan politics. He goes out there calling black people niggers, talking about the great replacement, pushing pro-Nazi theory, conspiracy theories. And now this is about the left. Where is the personal accountability? Where is the personal responsibility for him to take accountability for his actions? Instead, they're blaming the left. No, the dude shouldn't been violently attacked, but bruh, he's going out there inciting a riot. So when a riot happens, like, come on now, like you cause a stampede and then you're mad that you got trampled. It is what it is.
They had 3,000, 4,000 people. We had 50 to 100 people, strewn out around a huge crowd. And these people individually start picking off my people. And then all of a sudden everybody gets separated. It's every man for themselves. And it's disgusting. And we had, a complete stand down order from the Minnesota police the Minneapolis
Well, I definitely want to turn
Department.
this back. This isn't about you making a mistake. Anybody saying that's wrong. This is about the left being anti-free speech, total scumbags, randomly, not just in Minnesota, but all over the country, Ohio, you name it. Now.
And we got to stop with this anti-free speech. Freedom of speech doesn't come with freedom of consequence. People want to say, hey, I have freedom of speech. I can say whatever you want. Yeah. And then people also have freedom of expression, the liberty to do what they want. You have the freedom to say whatever racial slur, epithet, or derogatory insult that you can think of. And people have the right to physically assault you, and then you can press charges. That's how it goes. You know what I mean? But you can't have it both ways. You can't say that I can just insult you and say whatever derogatory slur and you better not touch me because that's freedom of speech. It's freedom of speech, and you got the freedom of somebody putting a fist to your jaw. It is what it is.
This is a father here.
Yeah.
This guy right here, he's one of my volunteers, one of my Patriot brothers. He came with his family and he was lynched in front of his family. He got lacerated, huge laceration. He's been messaging me all down his ear from some type of sharpened wooden pole. And, he was almost murdered. He showed up like 10, 15 minutes late. He couldn't find me. He didn't even make it out of the parking garage before they identified him as a patriot, a white Christian man, and they lynched him for being a white Christian man. Let's not dice this thing up. We are under attack. Our way of life is being absolutely destroyed. We are being replaced in our homelands. And now if we go out and even.
And this shows you the intellectual cowardice of Alex Jones and him. He's saying we are being replaced and we are facing this, and we like, okay, cool. Who's in power that's doing that? Yeah, the we that you're talking about, that's who's doing that. When he went to this protest, it was white people beating him up. When he says we're being replaced, as white people in power that are replacing them. They're flooding the country with immigrants. Okay, who did that? It was Biden. Oh yeah, a white Irish president. Trump too. Trump is not doing any mass deportations. It was a white president, Ronald Reagan, who did mass amnesty for illegal undocumented immigrants. So all of your problems are because of white people. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of private equity from BlackRock and J Street and all of these other places making it so that you will own nothing and be happy. You think that's some poor thugs in Oakland and Chicago running that? Or is it white people that look like him running that stuff? The reason why he can't afford a home is because people that look like him. The reason interest rates are through the roof. People that look like him. The financial crisis where the banks had to get bailed out because they failed the country and ran it into the ground. It was people that look like him. But guess who he blames for it? People that don't look like him. Shocker.
now beating
This is
up-
a father here.
Yeah.
This guy right here, he's one of my volunteers, one of my Patriot brothers. He came with his family and he was lynched in front of his family. He got lacerated, huge laceration. He's been messaging me all down his ear from some type of sharpened wooden pole. And, you know, he was almost murdered. He showed up like 10, 15 minutes late. He couldn't find me. He didn't even make it out of the parking garage before they identified him as a patriot, a white Christian man, and they lynched him for being a white Christian man. Let's not dice this thing up. We are under attack. Our way of life is being absolutely destroyed. We are being replaced in our homelands. And now if we go out and even mention our displeasure with our displacement, crowds of self-hating white people and illegal immigrants will attack you for being white or Christian.
Well, I was about to say, during Black Lives Matter, they were able to manipulate a lot of black people into the brainwashing, but I see statistically blacks waking up faster than anybody. I see the web flow.
None of this has anything to do with black people. Once again, these are the bumbling, blathering, bigot buffoons that talk about they have black fatigue, but they can't stop talking about black people. It was white people that beat him up. It was a black person that saved him. And now here he is talking about during the Black Lives Matter, it was a bunch of black people. It was a bunch of, they said George Soros was funding it. It's not George Soros. So why isn't this a conversation about George Soros and Jewish people? Instead, it's about the black community. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. Most of the protests around the country, it was non-black people. It was mainly white people going to those protests and marching and wearing shirts. And it was mainly non-black people who benefited monetarily from that. All of these dudes are supposed to be journalists, right? Why won't they call this out? Instead, he's trying to say, oh, the black community was confused and they were I guess we're being brainwashed is what he said. Okay, cool. Who was doing the brainwashing? Who was in charge of the brainwashing? He won't ask that. Fine. Okay, we were brainwashed at the behest of who?
In front of his family. He got lacerated, huge laceration. He's been messaging me all down his ear from some type of sharpened wooden pole. And, you know, he was almost murdered. He showed up like 10, 15 minutes late. He couldn't find me. He didn't even make it out of the parking garage before they identified him as a patriot, a white Christian man, and they lynched him for being a white Christian man. Let's not dice this thing up. We are under attack. Our way of life is being absolutely destroyed. We are being replaced in our homelands. And now if we go out and even mention our displeasure with our displacement, crowds of self-hating white people and illegal immigrants will attack you.
And look at pathetic comments like this. Have you not been watching the video? And usually it's always from pages that are too scared to show their face. At least make an avatar version of your face. You know what I mean? If you have something to say, but you're too scared to show your face, that's rather pathetic right there. It shows the level of esteem you have in yourself. But, oh my gosh, dude, you sound so ridiculous. Just about as ridiculous as this comment. I know black people. Okay, this is anecdotal because whatever you're saying, I know some black people that will counter this narrative. So this is I'm teaching you here that this is a very weak comment. And this lets me know that you're not formidable enough intellectually to challenge me. I know black people who won't even work for black-owned businesses. I know white people who won't work for white-owned businesses. I know white people who won't hire white people. They'll only hire undocumented, illegal, unauthorized aliens. So I don't get what point you're trying to make. They have been treated so poorly in the past. Most crime and mistreatment is interracial. So most whites are mistreating whites. Most blacks are mistreating blacks. Most Jews are mistreating Jews. So what point do you think that you're making? It's not the color of people's skin. Clearly it is. I'm playing a video of two white men talking about preserving whiteness. Why are they even bringing up whiteness if it's not about the color of people's skin? So this comment was very idiotic. You should probably go sit in the corner. And don't worry, I'll assist you with sitting in the corner and come back after you've read and, kind of step your intellect up because this wasn't it. Nice try, though.
and they lynched him for being a white Christian man. Let's not dice this thing up. We are under attack.
Because this is the rewriting of history, the whitewashing and the reframing of history. He's saying because they were attacked by other white people, which they call a rabid mob, that's somehow the same as Emmett Till, or the same as someone leaving a church service while Bible thumping and watching a black man get hung in a tree. Him getting beat up by his own community is somehow the same as that.
He came with his family and he was lynched in front of his family. He got lacerated, huge laceration. He's been messaging me all down his ear from some type of sharpened wooden pole. And, you know, he was almost murdered. He showed up like 10, 15 minutes late. He couldn't find me. He didn't even make it out of the parking garage before they identified him as a patriot, a white Christian man, and they lynched him for being a white Christian man. Let's not dice this thing up. We are under attack. Our way of life is being absolutely destroyed. We are being replaced in our homelands. And now if we go out and even mention our displeasure with our displacement, crowds of self-hating white people and illegal immigrants will attack you for being white or Christian.
Well, I was about to say, during Black Lives Matter, they were able to manipulate a lot of black people into the brainwashing, but I see statistically blacks waking up faster than anybody. I see the web flooded with their videos. I'm in public, black people run up to me and are totally waking up. I think it's very encouraging that it was almost no black folks at these things, and the few black folks there were protecting you. I mean, let's give them a hand here. I think they've really woken up on average.
Well, I mean, even the guys that said they were protecting me, a couple of those ski masked up Muslims were trying to pickpocket me as they were escorting me home out of that crowd. They're literally trying to steal from me, trip me up and stuff. So, you know, the true intentions of these people, they hate my guts. And I don't think that they
I'm talking about
see
black people. Are you denying that we've gotten triple the votes from black people for Trump? There's a black awakening, I think, happening.
Alex, I have two words for you. Irina Zaruski. Irina Zaruski.
So now he's back to blaming black people. Are you kidding me? Y'all heard him earlier say there was some good Samaritans out there. Many of them were black and some Muslims. So many of them were black. Most of them were black and Muslim. Now here he is saying, yeah. Well, some of those people, they weren't just trying to help me. They picked my pocket. They stole my cell phone. Like, bruh, you was over there in the corner crying and cowering like a moist hoe who just had her first period. That's what he was looking like. You can see the sweat dripping off his face. You can see how petrified he was. And here it was, a Captain Save a Negro came to the rescue and said, bro, this is unacceptable. We getting you out of here. And he said, oh, bro, they were just trying to steal my phone. Like, this is wild, bro. And people wonder why we say this is not our fight. You either get out there and get beat up, chemical agents sprayed at you. If they'll shoot a W woman like Renee Nicole Good, they'll definitely have no issue shooting a black person because it will be seen as they shot a nigga. So of course they won't have no issue. So why the hell should we go out there and crash out? It doesn't make any sense. And then they want to invoke, well, MLK and Malcolm X. Is like, bro, stop quoting leaders from the black community. Don't you have your own community? Could you quote any leaders that are equivalent to MLK or Malcolm X? And if you can't, then you should start giving a lot more reverence to the black community that you want to praise and glaze at particular moments, and then you want to demonize and denigrate at other moments. Stop trying to play it both ways.
Will attack you for being white or Christian.
Well, I was about to say, during Black Lives Matter, they were able to manipulate a lot of black people into the brainwashing, but I see statistically blacks waking up faster than anybody. I see the web flooded with their videos. I'm in public, black people run up to me and are totally
Yeah, so it looks like I was having some technical difficulties. I had to hop in from my mobile device. It looks like my Wi-Fi is kind of tripping right now. So let me know if y'all can hear me right now. If anybody that's still watching in the chat, let me know if y'all can hear me right now. I think there's some testing going on my router and I'm on Wi-Fi. Okay, cool. Shout out to Sunlight. Yeah, so I had to come through and I hopped in. So I don't have the video, so I'll probably kind of shut it down and I'll just give some commentary on because the video I have is on my desktop and my router is kind of tripping right now. So I just got on the Wi-Fi of my device. Okay, so shout out to Tutneys and shout out to Red Six. Y'all came through. Um, but y'all saw enough of the video and shout out to Zalipa. So we can just, chop it up, for a little bit. Because I like to react with the people. But what do y'all think? I mean, let me know. This is just a conversation with the fam. Let me know what y'all think. Should we be out there? Because I get it. They say that injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere. But they always are only quoting what our leaders said about the injustices. What did the leaders of your community say, and did they live up to them? Not only what did they say, what did they do? Because many people I've already broken down on other streams right before the time of his assassination. Martin Luther King had a 75% disapproval unpopularity rating. So the entire country collectively didn't like him. Many in the black community supported him, and many on the boule thought he was a nuisance, right? They wanted him to shut up. You need to stop begging. People like Bayard Rustin was saying, like, blacks have got enough. Let's make the civil rights about gays and minorities. That's what Bayard Rustin was pushing. And now what are the Democrats pushing, right? Mainly LGBT, trans, and this is a nation of immigrant stuff. So if this is a nation of immigrants, in a nation built by immigrants, are you saying that the indigenous didn't build anything? The foundational didn't build anything. They were just sitting here on barren land, doing nothing, twiddling their thumbs until they needed some poor immigrants and some sophisticated immigrants from all across the land to come save them, right? This is the narrative that's being pushed to us. And we're supposed to go out there and crash out. And then when we do crash out and we save somebody that's getting the brakes beat off them by their own community, we get the blame for it. If we say, you know what, this is not our fight, we get the blame for it. You go out there and you protest in ICE harder than you've protested injustice in your community. You're going to get blamed for that. So it's pretty much a lose-lose situation. And there's other ways that you can support. If there's an organization that's going out there and fight, donate some money to it. I'm donating money so you guys could stay in the fight. I'm in the fight financially, but you don't need to be in the fight physically, laying your body on the line. So y'all let me know, should we be in the fight? And if this is a nation of immigrants, that means the nation should be into it. It's more of an immigrant fight than a foundational Black American fight, right? Immigrants run this country, right? Well, then let the immigrants run ICE and let them run the White House. If they're running everything, why are y'all coming to us? I thought y'all said we was low IQ, powerless, with no infrastructure. So now you coming to the powerless people. Y'all are powerless, except y'all do have the power to challenge ICE, huh? Thought we didn't have no power. Y'all are dumb, but y'all are smart enough to create a movement that will challenge ICE and fight injustice globally. Like, which one is it? But let's see what the chat has to say. And Jackie says, "Have a great afternoon." Jackie says, "Absolutely not." Sunlight says, "Hell no." Tutney says, "Hell no." Says, "I hate Bayard Rustin." Yeah, Bayard Rustin was an op. Most definitely an op. And my thing is, why are we being held to the highest standard. They always talk about the model minorities, right? They have such a superior culture and such a high IQ. So they should be the ones out there fighting ICE the most, right? With their superior culture, I'm sure that they will come with an elaborate, effective plan to challenge ICE effectively. Surely you're not expecting us, even if we had a plan, y'all believe that we're too lazy to execute it. So they think that we're too lazy to do anything, but we somehow have all of the vigor and fervor to go out there and fight ICE for them. And then when you do, you still get blamed for it. Now, you saw this conversation, Alex Jones and Jake Lang, two bigoted buffoons, right? They had There was no reason to bring up black people. And here they brought up and saying, well, they were brainwashed by BLM. How many times have y'all heard them say that George Soros funded BLM? George Soros is not black. So that means that the head of BLM is not black, but somehow they make it a black issue. They always talk about cutting off the head of the snake, but when the head of the snake looks like them or a part of their community, suddenly it's not cut off the head of the snake. Let's just blame the lowly person, right? Instead of taking out the person, the drug supplier, let's take out the nickel and dimer who's selling an eighth on the corner instead of the dude selling metric tons. That's what they always like to do. Why do they care if we wake up anyways, right? Let us stay brainwashed. I thought you had black fatigue. So it shouldn't matter whether we wake up or stay asleep. And then if you wake up, guess what? If you're asleep and you wake up, guess what? You are woke. If you are asleep and you wake up, guess what? You are woke. I thought being woke was a bad thing. So now he wants us to be woke. You guys have been brainwashed. Also, you want us to be woke? But you guys rail against woke. It's just hypocrisy. But let's see what the chat has to say. And Jackie says that part, if shoe was on the other foot, they wouldn't help you. So no, that's kind of where I'm at with it. I know a lot of people say two wrongs don't make it right. Two wrongs don't make it right, but it makes it even. Two wrongs don't make it right, but it does make it even. You can't come at me with some immoral, evil type of behavior and rhetoric and then expect me to come at you with some very nice, cute, cuddly, polite language and behavior. You know, if somebody aims at you and shoots at you with a 357 Magnum, I'm not obligated to use that same level of firepower. I might up it a notch, a AK-47, a AR-1/5. I mean, who knows? I'm just saying, how about we just come to a meeting of the minds and we settle our differences cordially? Instead, if you want to push the issue and, do some things that will incite violence, then violent occurrences may happen. I'm not condoning that, but I'm also not going to condemn it when people are inciting that. If you incite violence and then violence happens to you or comes your way, they say you were asking for it. You was asking for it, almost like you was wishing on a star and your wish has been granted. I mean, I can't be mad about that. Let's just call that divine intervention. And like Sunlight says, yeah, two wrongs don't make it right, but it does make it even. You can't do me wrong and then try to take the moral high ground. Okay, you did me wrong. I'm going to do you wronger, and then we even. Or let's just keep it fair. Since it's equality, you did me wrong. I did you wrong. Now we're even. That's equality. Y'all don't believe in DEI and affirmative action, right? So if you punch me, then I got to equally punch you. Now, it doesn't mean that the force and the power is going to be equal. It just means that you threw a punch, I'm going to throw a punch. You may have thrown a sloppy, lazy jab, and I threw a stiff, strong uppercut. We both threw punches. It's just mine was more effective. But now we even. You threw a little jello jab. I threw a Mike Tyson Fury punch. It is what it is. So, yeah. So to anyone that's in the chat, if you'd like to like, share, subscribe to the broadcast, you'd like to hear more content. I did have the video, but I don't have the video on my phone. My Wi-Fi is kind of going in and out. It looks like it's back, but you know, I just don't want to kind of risk that right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get ready to shut her down. I will be doing another stream later today, and that one will probably be around 5 p.m. Pacific time. So yeah, if you guys would like to come through with that, you know, I would definitely love to hear your perspective. This one is definitely gonna be controversial. So unless you guys, you know, have any other topics, I'm gonna just go ahead and play some visuals, and we gonna get ready to shut her down. But before I let y'all know, hit your boy with a like, and here's a friendly reminder. Time for a like intermission. We kindly request that you show love to the channel's creator and platform by leaving a like, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest content. Liking posts is completely free and helps the algorithm boost our reach. We want to grow the community larger and larger. So thank you all who take the time to support us. It does mean the world to us and doesn't go unnoticed. And if you'd like to make a contribution to your boy and shout out, I would be remiss. Shout out to Shabazz. Shabazz is goated, always coming through. They say money talks, and Shabazz talks with their money. I don't want to, I want to say his money because I'm assuming it is a brother. So I'll say Shabazz talks with the money. But look, hey, I'm not monetized, so if you want to support me financially, I appreciate that. But you could also support me freely, right? If you saying, hey, you know, I'm unable or unwilling to support you financially, the likes are for free. They won't cost you a fee. Hit your boy with a like, a subscribe, hit the notification bell so you stay abreast with all the content. But if you are feeling generous and you want to hit your boy,
don't you think it's about time you gave me my money?
Want my money? I need cash. Please send that money. Please send that money. Please send that money. Want my money? I need cash. Want my money? I need cash. Want my money?
okay, so before we get out of here, you know, I'm gonna hit you.
Yeah. Hey. Hey. B-Eazy Dat Dude, Hey. Shit so hot it's burning up. Just go ahead and turn this up. I bring the pain like an aftermath of a car wreck. There's a lot of niggas that say they real. To me, that shit is far-fetched. Them cats is pussy. They really is on some feminine stuff. I ride up on them with the 40 ounces. The definition of adrenaline rush. What it do is it's sweet like cinnamon puffer. My niggas is rough like Willow Pass. Grew about on Mary Mac, but I used to hang on Willow Pass. These birds that I roll with, outcasts and misfits. Better zip lips so you get hit when the fifth spit. Flat line in your pit. Tried habits is black magic, no voodoo. Get the bands like Goku for the cocaine to go cuckoo. Most these niggas is foo-foo, so I'm shitting on them like doo-doo. I can't fuck with y'all like tofu. I'm just saying, man, like Goku. Bad bitches at the house with me watching Netflix on Roku. Fuck them both at the same time, and I swear to God it was so cool. Street legend, real boss, I call shots cause I'm still saucy. I know some G's to the bike crack on shite racket and fly back out to Milwaukee. When they hear me flow, they say I be burning up. Cookies to the drawer is what we burning up. What you ain't know, oh, we burning up. This shit so hot, it's burning up. Just go ahead and turn this up. When you hear me flow, say I be burning up. Cookies to the drawer is what we burning up. What you ain't know, oh, we burning up. This shit so hot, it's burning up.
That Dude, yeah, they know the name. Stacking up the paper, but having money ain't a thing. Standing on business, burning hotter than a flame. From the block to the ballroom, you gotta stand the rain. B-Eazy Dat Dude, yeah, they know the name. Stacking up the paper, but having money ain't a thing. Standing on business, burning hotter than a flame. From the block to the ballroom, you gotta stand the rain. B-Eazy Dat Dude, yeah, they know the name. Bigoted Bigoted Dat Dude.
You love me. You really love me. You're not going anywhere.